Hey, today I'm talking about how you can end your year strong and my goals for 2021. So starting off, I just wanted to talk about some things you can do at the end of the year to make sure you're really finishing your year on a strong point. So first is to live in the moment. I know everyone says this, but I want to talk about some more tangible ways that you can actually do this. So for example, this year is the first year I've really got into Christmas and I'm just really enjoying the holiday season. I'm really appreciating gift giving and anything I can do with my friends and the Christmas trees and just appreciating the happiness and positivity around me. But also if you don't celebrate the holidays or if you're in a country where Christmas isn't really a big thing, you can always just appreciate the little things. So I've been doing this by when I have a cup of tea in the morning, just really appreciating how lucky I am to have it, how good it tastes, and how I'm having a good start to the day. But I think it all really helps to make you feel better and put yourself in a positive mindset. The next thing you can do is set up for 2021. So for example, I'm going to set up my 2021 bullet journal in December so that when the new year comes around, I'm all ready and there's less stress and I can just get into it. You can also get a calendar for the new year. This really helps for you to see an overview of what's going on. And building on that, when you set up your calendar, your bullet journal, your planner, whatever that is, I really love filling out the dates and looking at everything I have to look forward to. So the next thing you can do, and this is probably one of the most important things, is not to put pressure on yourself. So 2021 doesn't stop the issues we had in 2020 and no one should be expected to bounce back right away just because it's a new year. Instead, I would treat the new year just as a space for new opportunities and a space where you can grow and keep moving forward in life, and you can take things as they come and not dwell on the past. I think everyone needs to focus on not putting pressure on themselves, especially in the holidays with New Year and Christmas, because everyone expects it to be the best Christmas or the best New Year, and especially this year when we can't do a lot of the things we want to do. So within this time, just appreciate what you can, really appreciate the little things and just have as best time as you can without the pressure. So now I just have my phone here with a bunch of prompts for some things you can think about to end your 2020 strong. So first, these are some reflection prompts for 2020. What were your biggest achievements? What were your biggest disappointments? What were your major life changes? What is one of your favorite memories? What do you want to leave in 2020? Which people made you feel the best? How are you different now in comparison to January? What have you learned this year? And what hidden blessings have come from difficult situations in 2020? So I'm personally going to go through and do a big spread of this in my bullet journal, but you can just think about this or pull out questions that might resonate with you. I think this really helps to look at what you can appreciate in the year despite everything bad happening, and also look at how you have grown. And now I've got some prompts for gratitude around 2020. What was your favorite memory from 2020? What was your favourite food from 2020? Who were the people who made 2020 better? What was your favourite song? What was your favourite book? What was your favourite place from 2020? And what are some everyday things that bring you joy? So again, I think gratitude is so great for putting you in a positive mindset, and again, with all the horrible things that happened, something like a song, a book, or just a place that you enjoy can really have helped you through 2020, and it is so good to acknowledge that and appreciate that. Okay, so now we've talked a lot about 2020, I want to talk about my goals personally for 2021. So I found that at the beginning of the year I had my list of maybe 8 goals, but then every quarter, so I tended to use one bullet journal per every 4 months. So every time I set up a new bullet journal, I would go back and apply those goals to each quarter of the year. This allowed me to set up my main intentions at the start of the year, but go back and reflect on them every quarter and make them more intentional for that time of the year and for what was going on. So with crazy things happening like they have in 2020, this really allows you to adjust your goals as you go. For example, I really wanted to travel, but in the second quarter I realized that probably wasn't going to be able to happen, so I adjusted my goals to different things. But in the last quarter of the year, I have been able to travel a little bit, so it's good to be able to adjust the goals, still fitting within my main intentions, but to the situation which we currently have. And not only does the system keep your goals more realistic and more attainable, it also keeps you looking at your goals, so you don't just have one page right at the beginning of your bullet journal, or on your wall, or in your desk somewhere that you never look at again. It means you keep looking back at it, and I like to keep looking back at it. For example, in my monthly spreads, I like to write down some goals that I can then apply in smaller goals to that month. I just had to go for a second, so I hope the lighting hasn't changed too much. So I just wanted to say I have this quote here, and this is basically how I'm looking at my goals, and it just says, visualize your higher self, then show up as her, or them obviously. So yeah, that's how I'm basically looking at my goals, who I want to be and how I can strive to start showing up like I want to be. So my goals are separated into university, friends, self, and YouTube. So starting off with university, I want to finish my second year with the first. When I'm filming this, I actually haven't got any grades back, and obviously I did my first year at the University of Sussex and then I moved to the University of Leeds, so I haven't had any essays from the University of Leeds marked yet, so it's really hard to put a number on what I want to do because I don't know how much I'll have to improve Obviously, technically the marking system is standardized, but it's so subjective, it's not really. So, but basically I'm overall happy with the 2-1, but I'm aiming for a first because that is what I want to get and that is what I'm working towards. Then by the end of 2021, I will be halfway through my last year of university. So by that point, I really want to have a short list of master's programs that I really love. Ever since first year, I've just sort of passively been looking at master's programs. I found some universities I really like, and as I'm learning more in this degree, I'm learning more about what I might want to study later. But by the halfway point in the last year of my degree, I do really want to have a short list of some masters so I can start talking to my tutor about applying. Okay, now moving on to my YouTube goals. So I want to keep consistently uploading every week, which I have been doing pretty well at this year, I think. So I want to continue with that and get even better. Then I'm not 100% sure if I'll actually do this, but I'm considering having a blog that would go along with my YouTube channel. This way I can write out some of the things I talk about. So for example, in this video, I might write out all the prompts so it's much easier for you guys to copy them down, or just have more PDFs and examples that you can access on a blog. You guys know what a blog is, I don't have to explain it, but I'm considering doing that, so that's currently in my goals. Not 100% sure yet, but let me know if you guys would like to read that. Then I really want to create a real community on YouTube. I want to engage way more with you guys, and I want to learn more about you guys, and I want to know what you guys want, and I would love for you guys to know more about me, and just have a real sense of community on my YouTube channel. I've only got one main goal for friends at the moment because honestly, socially, Leeds has been so great for me. But basically at the end of second year, I would love to go on a girls trip, like a proper girls holiday, just somewhere in Europe. I've never done like a proper girls trip before, so yeah, I would love to do that. Now moving on to my last few goals, these are all about myself. So I would love to travel to a new country. This is one of my goals for this year, and at the start of the year it really didn't look like it was going to happen, but it's going to. I actually leave tomorrow, so yeah, I really believe my manifestations and my just intentions really help me to put travel on my path. So yeah, I would love to travel to a new country next year as well. This is pretty basic and I talked about it earlier in the video, but I really just want to enjoy the moment. I've been doing so much more of this in the second half of this year, and I want to continue living with that kind of mindset. I think it has been so good and been so positive for me. I also really want to read 3 books. I know this is a really low number, but I go through really weird waves of really enjoying reading and then just not having any time for it. During the end of lockdown, I think I read like 5 books, but then when uni picked up again, I just couldn't keep up with it. So because I'm going away, I'm planning on reading maybe 1 or 2 books on the plane in December. But I'm hoping next year, if I just say to read 3 books, I can pick 3 books I really like, take my time and have no pressure, and if I exceed that amount, absolutely great, but if not, it's a low number which I can really aim for and just hit that. I also want to grow my hair out. I used to have super long hair, then maybe 2 years ago I cut it all off, which was so good. It was really damaged and I'm really glad I did. I've loved having short hair for a bit, but I do want to grow it out again, and to do with that goal, I also want to have a better hair routine. As you can tell at the moment, it's not perfect, it's not great, I know, but I have sort of like curly, frizzy maybe hair, but I want to get a proper routine. When I have time to air dry it, it turns out well, but like today it doesn't look so good. So I want to get a routine which doesn't take too long, isn't too difficult, but still involves effort, so I can make my hair look nice all of the time rather than some of the time. And then my last goal is to wake up earlier. I've been sort of doing this during lockdown. I was consistently getting up at 9 AM, but just honestly with uni starting, it's been so difficult and I've been so much busier, so it's hard to wake up early. I do tend to have such a more productive day if I wake up early, so I really want to do more of that. So that is all for my goals for 2021 and for tips on how all of us can end our 2020 better. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video, and if you got any inspiration or anything else from the video, please give it a like, and I would love to see more of you. So if you wanted to subscribe, that would be great. So yeah, thank you so much again for watching.